Now, before I talk about this lens from Light Lens Lab, I just want to quickly mention rangefinder.com.hk. I buy all my Leica gear from them. They're based in Hong Kong and they ship worldwide via FedEx. Now, they've given me a promo code for free shipping on new cameras and new lenses, and also on second-hand cameras and second-hand lenses, not on accessories. So that's free shipping worldwide via FedEx. I found them to have the best prices online, and they also offer the best service I found online as well. So I put a link to their website down below in the description, and also put the promo code so you can check them out for yourselves. This is the Light Lens Lab 35mm f2 Leica M mount lens. Now, this lens is a modern recreation of the Leica, not Leica because it was called Leica back then, 8-element 35mm f2 Summicron version 1. So what's the story behind the original Leica or Leica lens? Back in the late 1950s, Leica introduced the first version of the 35mm Summicron, which was known as the V1 or version 1. Now, this was at a time when Leica was at the top of its game. A few years earlier, they had released the Leica M3, and we all know how classic and iconic that camera is even today. So the goal was to create the best 35mm lens they could. The original lens was famous for its sharpness, virtually distortion-free images, and its unique dreamy glow when shot wide open. Even today, the version 1 Summicron are highly sought after, and they go for crazy prices on eBay. You can get an okay condition 35mm Summicron version 1 for about $4,000 US, but you can pay up to $23,000 US for a mint condition 35mm Summicron V1. The Light Lens Lab 35mm f2 features the same 8 elements as the original 35mm Summicron version 1 or V1. All 8 elements are infused with lead, yes, you heard me right, lead, and they're all single coated. By doing this, they have given the lens the same unique optical character, color and contrast of the original lens. So the Light Lens Lab basically is a replica of the original, and it has that vintage look when you shoot with it. Now, the body of the lens is made mostly of brass, so it feels very sturdy and it has a satisfying weight to it. The focus is really smooth and the aperture has nice soft clicks to it. Now, the focusing tab, which is here, as you can see, has an infinity lock. So you put it there, I can't move it. You push the button in and you release it. Now, this is exactly the same as the original Summicron V1. This lens is just so nice to use on the M11P and also on the M11 monochrome. I haven't used it on my MP, which that's a brass body. These are magnesium alloy, these are lighter, but it does balance really well on the M11, M11P. It's just a beautiful lens to use, and this black paint finish is gonna age really well because remember, it's brass underneath. So why would Light Lens Lab go to such great lengths to recreate this lens? Producing lead infused glass is rare and it's very hazardous. The construction of the lens is brass, that's not cheap. It basically all comes down to quality. The original Leica 35mm f2 Summicron version 1 is a masterpiece. Even I know that, and I've never actually shot with one. It's amazing build, its performance and its unique rendering, which when shot wide open, makes it a very sought after lens. Light Lens Lab wanted to bring the same experience to a new generation of people and make it more affordable. I took this lens on a recent trip to Ginza in Tokyo, and it was basically glued to my M11P. I didn't take it off. Now, I normally shoot with a 28mm Summicron, this particular lens. I love the 28mm focal length. I just think it suits me really well. But I've now fallen in love with the 35mm focal length, and I didn't use this lens at all. I kept using the 35mm. I absolutely loved using this lens, and I liked the 35mm focal length, especially in Ginza. It's quite a unique place to shoot. Now, all of the photos were shot in high contrast monochrome. The reason for that was I wanted to see if I could shoot in black and white more than I can in color, because I wanted to buy an M11 monochrome, which I have done now. This is the M11 monochrome, and I will do a review on this camera when I get back from overseas, because I'm heading overseas again in a week's time. So I can't do the review before I go, but I will be using it overseas, so I will have photos from overseas. So all of the photos you will see were shot with the M11P in high contrast monochrome and the 35mm f2 from Light Lens Lab. There will be some color photos that I've shot locally in Auckland at the end of the slideshow, just to show you how it renders color, because all the photos that I shot in Ginza, I shot them with the purpose for them to be black and white. So there isn't actually much color in them. So like I said, there will be some color photos at the end of the slideshow so you can see how this renders color. you can see, that lens looks absolutely beautiful on the Leica MP. Now this is a full brass body and it's black paint. Now I'm going to Hong Kong, the UK and Japan in a week's time. I've got to go home and see family in the UK. So I'm taking my MP with me, my M11 monochrome and my M11P. And I will be shooting some film with this lens on my MP. And that will be in another video when I get back from overseas, because there's some places I want to shoot in my home city of Portsmouth. Memories, I guess, really. I want to capture some memories and I want to do that with film. So what I'm asking you guys, is there any color film you recommend that looks like Portra 400, but not the crazy price of Portra 400? If you know of any films, please let me know down in the comment section. So how does the Light Lens Lab 35mm f2 perform? Now I tested this lens obviously on my M11P, which has a 60 megapixel full frame sensor. The images it delivers are incredibly close to the classic look of the original lens, as you can see by the unedited color photos. The lead infused glass and the single coating give a softer, more muted color palette with a bit lower contrast than modern lenses. It handles lens flare really well. All of the photos were shot with no lens hood and no filter. So when this lens is shot wide open, it does have the soft glow like the original, but it's not exactly the same. You stop it down to f8, f11, it's pin sharp basically. It captures a lot of detail with the 60 megapixel sensor. It performs just as good as any other Leica lens that I've owned or used. So it has kind of a dual nature. Shoot it wide open, you're going to get that softer glow of the original Leica lenses, but you stop it down to f8, f11, it's incredibly sharp and it performs really well. Light Lens Lab have managed to capture the essence that made the original lens so special, the 35mm f2 Summicron version 1 8 element. From the optics to the mechanical design. If you're a fan of the classic glass, or you just like to appreciate incredible craftsmanship, which this lens has, it's definitely worth checking out. And don't forget, I will have a follow-up video with this lens on my Leica MP shooting film, color and black and white. If you guys have any suggestions of film that looks like Portra 400 but doesn't have the crazy price of Portra 400, please let me know down in the comment section. So that's it for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for watching.